Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy AKMans12 here, back with some more Battlefield 4 footage for you guys today. We're going to start off the game right already flanking the enemy behind their spawn on the meat grinder itself, known as Operation Locker. I'm sure majority of you have missed majority of my Battlefield gameplays. It's been a while, and I actually did miss the Battlefield grind. So, recently, this gameplay was actually recorded yesterday and played yesterday, and I was playing some Battlefield 4, decided to get back into it due to the new patch, new guns, and eventually a new map will be coming. I'm not sure when it will be coming, but it is available on CTE as of now. So this gameplay, back to the meat grinder using the AN-94. Let's talk a little bit about the gameplay first. The gameplay you guys are watching is actually a pretty decent gameplay. Not my best one, but I managed to drop 41 kills, over 14,000 score, playing the objective against a few other tryhards on the other team who were going strictly just for kills and ended up losing the game for it. So the class setup that I'm using here is the AN-94 with red dot, ergo grip, and also angle grip. I'm not sure if I unlocked angle grip in this gameplay. I may have, may not, but regardless, I'm using the AN-94 on burst. And if you're not using the AN-94 on burst, you're doing it wrong. Reason why? Or because the AN-94 on full auto, as I pick up this guy completely unaware, the AN-94 is limited to 600 rounds per minute on full auto, which is abysmal. I'm telling you guys, that is the worst possible RPM you could have in a game. Well, I've seen worse actually, but it's horrible, and I've seen things that are just absolutely horrible. So what you want to do is use this in burst. Now, why use it in burst? Because on burst, this gun deals 1,200 rounds per minute. If you're able to control your burst and master this weapon, you can put out some serious damage. Now, for anybody that remembers me playing Battlefield 3, this was my favorite gun in Battlefield 3. Why? Because there was no limit to how fast you could get the RPM to go. People would run macros and cheats and hacks to get the gun to shoot insanely fast, and the fact that it had no recoil, people would just spam this gun with macros and be able to shoot it as high as 3,000 rounds per minute. It was insane. People would drop like flies with this gun. So to negate that, DICE actually nerfed this gun slightly to 1,200 rounds per minute on burst fire, which is a fair deal in my opinion. I feel that's a very good patch on their end, which is very fair. It makes the gun still absolutely amazing. It's a 2-bang to the head. So let's talk a little bit about the gameplay. The gameplay, I actually did have a very organized squad who knew exactly what they were doing. Didn't have mics at all, but whenever I marked an objective, they would say affirmative. They would follow orders and everything. They capture flags. They followed me wherever I go. And we actually did get their back caps. Unfortunately, we had a rough start to the beginning. We lost roughly 2 flags, but thankfully, if you saw in the beginning, we managed to get behind their spawn, and my squad was smart enough to follow me all the way to E flag. It's all about getting their back caps. If you find yourself in a sticky situation, you find yourself where enemies are just piling left and right inside the middle lane as well, try snow lane. Snow lane is always open 90% of the time. I can guarantee you 80% of the player base does not go snow lane. Why? I have no idea. I personally don't like going snow lane, but if I have to go snow lane, I will go snow lane. And so that put us in a good situation where we could cap all their flags. All we have to do now is cap their home flag, as I mark it right there. And my teammates eventually start going for the flag and realize we have the C flag, so we can start pushing up. But unfortunately, I see that D flag is burning, and it's burning fast. So I have one of 2 options. I can try and push up and hopefully get 1 or 2 kills, but I realize that is not an option because of the fact that that flag is burning way too quick. If I push up, I'm going to find myself sandwiched in a situation where I'm not going to like any. You guys are going to see that later. I actually make that fatal mistake. And the secondary that I'm using here, the Mare's Leg, a pocket sniper, 52 damage up close maximum, and I believe it drops off to about 37 at long range. 1 bang to the head if you can actually land those shots, and you guys will see me land roughly 1 or 2 headshots. It's a very skillful gun to use. Very hard to use if you're just starting out. Unfortunately, I don't have any attachments unlocked for it, but once you do unlock the attachments, it's an absolute fun gun to use, as I'm not entirely sure how I survived that. As I whip out the Mare's Leg here, try and get a few cheeky headshots, miss a couple shots. Like I said, this is my first time being on Battlefield in roughly 2 to 3 months. It has been a very long time since I played Battlefield, and I almost regret the fact that I hadn't played this game in a while. But you guys will be seeing more Battlefield 4 footage, and also more cliptages, montages are in the works as well, and some more live commentaries as well will be happening. So I decide to spawn in. I notice that right side is getting a little bit hot. For some odd reason, my teammates are not looking down that hallway. I'm the only one who seems to be looking down that hallway. So I tell my teammates, hey, stay on D flag a little bit. Try and see if you can get those people on the right side, because they're just mowing down our guys left and right. They don't necessarily see them, so I figured get myself in a perfect position to try and take them out. This little hut that I'm sitting in right now is perfect for taking them out, but I'm making a little bit of a mistake here, and I didn't even realize it this gameplay until I was watching it back, and that is I am strafing and shooting. You cannot strafe and shoot at the same time. And actually, let's talk a little bit about some of the Battlefield patch notes. Strafing and shooting is not going to work anymore, guys. Reason why is because the bullet spread has been increased. There are thousands upon thousands, believe it or not, of changes in Battlefield 4 with the recent spring patch. Not only did they add new guns, but they patched a ton of them. They buffed the RPK, maximum damage up to 30, minimum down to 24 at long range, and also they fixed some of how the grips work, also the barrels, as well as some of the red dot sights as well. So if you notice, I used to use angle grip a lot in all of my gameplays. I used it all the time. First shot recoil was reduced by 33%. Absolutely amazing. One of my favorite grips of all time. Now, I don't see myself using that grip anymore. Reason why is because of the fact that your bullet spread is increased dramatically. That's the last thing I want to see, is my bullet spread increase by a ton. Due to the fact that they decided to patch that. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but it's not too much of a big deal to me. And also, here's where I get myself in that sticky situation. I'm getting sandwiched. For some reason, they don't see me, so I decide to lay low a bit, whip out the mare's leg, try to get a few quick scope snipes behind this little barrel, because I'm hoping my teammates can hold down the right side. That's why I'm not looking behind me. But I pick off this guy with the mare's leg, miss a few shots, switch back to the AN-94, hoping for some backup. But like I said, guys, they actually did nerf the flash hider as well, which is another popular barrel attachment that I used on all of my guns, because I didn't feel a need for muzzle brake or any of those other attachments. But they actually did buff the heavy barrel as well, so I may consider using that gun as well. We will have to see, only time will tell. But flash hider and angle grip, you will not see me use those as much as I used to anymore, due to the recent patch, and unfortunately I get taken out from behind by one measly straggler who manages to sneak through our control. So regardless, the gameplay is wrapping up here. If there's any other patch notes, I will leave a link to the patch notes in the description, as I did not explain all of them, but there are tons of stuff to get hyped by. Not only is the AN-94 an addition of new guns, but tons of other stuff. The Groza 1, the Groza 4, the Mare's Leg, tons of stuff was added in this patch, and you guys can expect to see tons of new content with Battlefield. But Destiny is not leaving. Don't worry, I will continue to upload Destiny as well as Advanced Warfare. But regardless, hope you guys enjoyed today's gameplay. It is your boy AK, signing out. Peace!